All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the LA Rams defeat the Dallas Cowboys 20-17. And this was a pretty good game for the most part. There was a little bit of offense and defense for both sides. I know the Dallas Cowboy fans are definitely disappointed. I know I'm a little bit of a happy camper because the Cowboys lost. But I got to give credit to both teams for putting on a really, really good performance. But this was a good debut for the LA Rams, especially playing in their new dome, which looks absolutely beautiful. And I would say this is a good rebound for what the Rams went through last season. It was an up and down type of year for them. So I feel like starting fresh into 2020, Jared Goff had a pretty good game for the most part. You saw Brown, who's the replacement for Todd Gurley. I felt like he had a pretty effective day as well. Almost had 100 yards. I thought that Robert Woods did a really, really good job today as well. Um, I felt like the offensive line did a really good job. Pretty much when it came to pass protection and when it came to run, the offensive line did a phenomenal job as far as in those areas. So they were very, very solid. Felt like defensively, Aaron Donald was able to make his presence felt. You were able to see a couple other players debut. You saw Leonard Floyd, former Chicago Bear. He had a pretty down career with the Bears, but he had a pretty good debut with the LA Rams. So I feel like he made an impact. Jalen Ramsey definitely made an impact. Made some huge hits, including the one on Amari Cooper, which definitely shook the room there. But the Dallas Cowboys, I felt like they had some players, some young players like Chidobe Awuzie, Trayvon Diggs had a pretty good debut as well. Made some really really good plays, especially in the ground game. Um, Alden Smith had a sack as well. So you had some players for the Dallas Cowboys that definitely showed up and played great. But the Dallas Cowboys, the entire unit, did not play good. They did not play good. They allowed 150 yards on the ground. The Rams pretty much did whatever they wanted to do in the passing game. It was really the Rams just couldn't capitalize on the other opportunities. But even when the opportunities were given to the Dallas Cowboys, they couldn't really capitalize on that as well. There's a couple controversial plays here that Dallas Cowboy fans are probably going to be complaining about. But the biggest one was the one 26 seconds left when Michael Gallup beat Jalen. It seemed like Michael Gallup beat Jalen Ramsey. It seemed like on a bomb route, and it was called back with the offensive pass interference call. And you can make an argument that that wasn't pass interference. You can make an argument that both guys were fighting, but that kind of cost him a little bit there. I think another scenario was the 4th and 3 situation, and Mike McCarthy, he's always been known as a very aggressive coach for the Green Bay Packers, but it cost them. You can make an argument it cost them a win here. That 4th and 3, the offense wasn't efficient as Cowboy fans kind of hoped it to be, right? Or as far as the expectations that they even expected to be. The offense just wasn't that efficient against this Rams defense, who played pretty well. Like I said, Ezekiel Elliott did his thing, but you know, I would have just took the points. I think that there was no need. Again, I love the aggression, but I don't know. I felt like there just wasn't a need to be aggressive in that scenario, in that situation. Um, Especially because there was a lot of time left on the clock. I think there was like around 6 or 7 minutes left on the clock. So I just don't understand why they really went for it there. But it cost them. Because if they would have made that field goal, the score is 20-20, and this game is probably going into overtime right now. But the Rams were able to take advantage of the opportunities that were given to them. Um, Again, they were able to pretty much, again, I thought that offensively they did a much better job than the Dallas Cowboys in comparison. I thought that Jared Goff had a bounce back game as far as what he did during the 2020 season. Again, you saw some of the other receivers get open. You saw some of the running backs like Brown able to really able to establish his mark in the run game. And I feel like the Cowboys, defensively, again, this was the biggest problem going into the offseason, was how were they going to play defensively. And I feel like defensively, they got outplayed by this LA Rams offense. I've just felt like the better team won today, even though the Cowboys, compared to what the Eagles had to go through against the Washington football team, the Cowboys are in a great position to win this division. But again, this is week 1. There's no preseason. You just had training camp, no preseason at all, no OTAs, and the Cowboys. So Cowboys fans can definitely, I feel like you guys should hang your hands up. Again, we got a long way to go until the season's over. Most importantly, though, those division games is what the Cowboys got to take care of. And we'll see if they can do that. So Cowboys fans and LA Ram fans, let me know how you guys feel about this game in the comment section, and we can definitely talk about that below in the comment section below. So anyway, Jen716, aka Jen Sports, I'm out. Have a good day.